Hey there, my name is Pravus and welcome to more Hearts of Iron 4 with the Habsburg Prince. We are playing as Austria-Hungary, and we were going for the Miklos Horthy and the Habsburg Prince achievement. We actually did get that at the very end of the last video. Where the heck did you go? There it is! Boom. So technically the series is kind of over. But, for fun, I do like knocking down at least a couple of the other big players on the map, and the Soviet Union comes to mind as probably the biggest one currently left. I mean, we'll just pretend the USA isn't there, alright? I want to fix the border gore that the communists cause. It looks horrible, especially down here in India. This is just disgusting. So, we're gonna fix all of this, and that means I just have to assert my dominance here, alright? It's not about getting anything else out of it. There's no need for an achievement. Sometimes, you just want to look Stalin in his big, stupid, mustached face and smack him and say, I'm in charge now! That's basically what we're going to do. So to that extent, let's go ahead and move a whole load of troops to the front line, and hopefully we'll be able to deal with this. Hopefully. I did pick up a lot of gas at the end of the last video after taking over all of Germany and a lot of other important territory. The cool stuff about this, of course, is by holding on to a lot of the Germans' territory, we have 60% collaboration already in place, which means we'll start getting some manpower and stuff. We've got access to a load of factories, blah, 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 blah. All of this is looking absolutely fantastic. So, I've got an extra 69 factories that I need to assign. We call that pretty nice. I probably should go ahead and design some additional tanks, because if we want to start upgrading our 30 width tank divisions up to the more traditional 42 width or whatever it is these days on Reddit, I don't even know, we can try for that. Some self-propelled artillery would be pretty good. Tank destroyers would be pretty good. I hear a lot of people like that. Flame tanks as a support company are not half bad, especially on the medium chassis. Yeah, we can go ahead and start building some very, very cheap flamethrower tanks. And then do we want to go ahead and just create some howitzers? I mean, this is the best way to get a meaningful amount of soft attack that I can think of. So, yeah, might be worth it at least to an extent. They're not going to be doing the heavy lifting, so I don't care if they get as much breakthrough and stuff. What I care about is just getting lots and lots of soft attack attached into some of these armies, so my tanks can shred through the Soviets. So yeah, we shouldn't need a ton of these, honestly. Just a few would be good. Self-propelled artillery and stuff, generally not unbelievably expensive, considering you don't need as many of them for every battalion you've got within your army. So I think that's going to be pretty good for us. Couple of spare factories go to what? I don't even know. Let's just go ahead and make sure we can get some more upgrades for our guns. No, let's go ahead and start making a load more trucks in case I want to start mixing in some motorized, just for speed, because I gotta go fast. I'm like Sornik the Morgehorg. And yes, I know exactly what I just said. It's an ongoing joke for me, alright? I like to try to butcher Sonic the Hedgehog's name wherever I can. I find it amusing. I don't know why I do. I just do. Oh, this is awkward. The Soviets have decided to start justifying on me. Interesting choice there, buddy. Well, I'll be ready for you. All of my troops are already up to the front line, and, I have more troops on the front than you do. So, if you want to declare war on me right now, I mean, I'll crush you, bud. I won't even think twice about it. I'll crush the crud out of you. Although it's gonna take them 225 days to justify on me. How the heck did that happen, bud? It'll only take me 65 days to justify on you. And I'm gonna go ahead and do it, dang it. We're liberating Poland. Well, I say liberate, but under new management, that's the plan. They just killed Trotsky. Barbarians! In the name of Trotsky, I don't know, we shall defeat the Soviets. This evil empire shall not stand. Let's not forget that we do want to start getting some collaboration governments going with the Soviets as quick as we can. Absolutely crucial we do this as often as is allowed, because the Soviets are an absolute pain in the patootie to actually force to capitulate unless you've got at least one, preferably 2 or 3 levels of collaboration already set up. And let's go to a quiet network here, just to make sure that we don't get caught. And I should be able to just keep doing this as long as I need to. I do think this will do just fine as far as a 42 combat width division will go. It's not great in organization because I didn't go for mobile warfare. So that does kind of hurt me a lot, but it has a heck of a lot more soft attack than what I had before. And it's not unbelievably expensive compared to what I've already got. We just need to start building out a lot more of the self-propelled artillery and we should be more or less good to go. This will do the job, for sure. Is it perfect? No. Is it okay? Yeah. Now, I know some people will be all like, Why aren't you using mechanized? Guys, it's still 1941. We were just that fast in crushing our enemies, all right? Mechanized, I could research it, but I don't need it. All I need to do is go for a swift victory, and these will do the job. And there's the war goal. Do I see any reason not to just go ahead and attack? I mean, they've got troops on the borders, yeah. But it's nothing I can't handle, and I've got enough offensive units that if we go for a big hug maneuver, as I'm calling it, the trademark Pravus hug, we might be able to encircle a massive number of troops. If I'm careful, I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough defensive units to actually hold that line, but we'll see. Let's just go ahead and declare the war. And start killing. Oh, that's a lot of green. That's looking good. Let's see, we've already managed to get across part of the river going past Bessarabia. We are pushing very well up over here. We're not set to aggressive. Oh, we are set to aggressive. Probably shouldn't be, but that's okay. We do need to be keeping an eye on supply hubs. One thing that can get us killed, of course, is an inability to properly resupply ourselves. Hopefully that won't be an issue. Let's go ahead and clear out Danzig, by the way, just as a good measure. You guys don't even need to be here. Whatever, go back to the front line, that's all good, good. If we can get up to places like Memel, more supply up over here. I don't know, I just don't want to make the same mistake that the Germans did in real life, you know, where they pushed a little bit too far, and then they just kind of got overstretched, and they didn't have enough supply, and then boom, they all died. I'm not falling for that trick, Let's keep an eye on our front lines, of course, make sure they stay nice and tight. We are about to punch our way into Kyiv, which should be fine. Fall of Manila. Right, I forgot the Japanese and the US are technically fighting each other because that only just recently happened. Yeah, this is one of the faster runs that I've had. We're out of manpower. Let's go ahead and move to service by requirement. That should be fine. Could also, no, I can't do total mobilization because we don't have enough war support. Well, dang it. What, you guys don't support the war? For the sake of their border gore, come on! Help me out, guys. Support me at home. Buy my MIFO bills. I don't care. MIFO bills? Why did I say MIFO bills? I know that's historic. Never mind. War bonds is what my brain wanted to say. Blech, stupid brain. I'm gonna send you back to the store. Battle plan so far, honestly going kind of great. I just carefully maneuvered my offensive line so that they would actually encircle, and they're following it pretty darn well. So as long as I don't let the front line get too stretched out, the result is we're definitely casting a pretty wide net. Dude, we might actually meet up around Minsk, and if we do that, I just have all these guys encircled. Not that it's a ridiculous number, mind you, but at least it's a pretty decent number of Soviets. If I can take out like 30 divisions, that's pretty good. I think the Soviets can sense the trap closing upon them. That officially is an encirclement, by the way. All right. Yep. All right, we have surrounded you, Poland. You will give up. You will surrender. Now, let's just go ahead and let these guys starve for a little bit, and then we'll finish them off. Now, it's just a matter of quickly collapsing on these guys, getting rid of the cancerous tumor that remains within Poland, and then I'll see how many casualties I actually inflicted, because I'm willing to bet it's going to be pretty high. I actually just got a gold medal in quality over quantity, apparently. Yeah, there we go. Have an advantageous casualty ratio after having inflicted 1 million enemy casualties. 5-to-1 ratio. Pfft. I've had like 20 or 30. Come on, there needs to be a platinum medal for that. There we go. That's all cleared up. Let's see how much damage you've actually done against the Soviets at this point. I've lost 67,000 men and I've killed off 652,000. Still not my best work, but we're approaching a 10-to-1 kill ratio, which I consider that to be halfway decent. Not bad. Let's see, we got the motorized logistics, that's looking good. Let's go for an established air force, just in case I can do some other fun stuff. I'm still sitting on a lot of factories, can't get anywhere near enough rubber, since I seem to be getting embargo to buy some people. But you know what? Their loss. I'm a great trading partner, and don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. We probably could start actually upgrading some of our tank divisions at this point if we wanted to. That said, they're already deployed on the front line. Like, this is the thing. By the time that I'm now in a position where I can start using the optimal, I still don't have mechanized, but the optimal tank divisions, I'm already winning the game. This is why I don't often bother with the whole research and development of tanks. I know they're good, but like, even without very many of them, you can absolutely obliterate in this game. The AI is really not that challenging. Hey, let's go for, you know what, I don't go down the left path over here with airland battle and stuff very much. Let's get even more soft attack and stuff on the tanks. Disgusting. Looks like we finished our first round of collaboration. That's another 30%. We're gonna start preparing another one, because why the heck not? As long as we don't conquer this area down here, and let's be honest, it's not very likely to happen anytime soon, we can continue doing that in relative peace and not feel too worried about it. Out of curiosity, how much does that change things as far as your capitulation willingness? Nowhere near close to done yet. They're only 18% of the way towards capitulation, but that's going to be fine. There are no other major war participants in this war, by the way. So once we deal with the Soviets, we get everything. I mean, I will be the undisputed hegemon. And here comes another glorious encirclement against the Soviets, I do declare. And boom, all right, that's a whole bunch more trapped in my net. I'm not even playing this well. I'm barely micromanaging this, but why be worried about the Soviets? Why be worried? They're so easy. Should I start researching nukes? Sure. Am I going to use them? Probably not. Gosh, I almost never get to use nukes these days. Faster air research speed. You know, would be nice if I were going to go things like 1944 planes, but to be honest, I think we're going to have conquered the entire world probably by the end of the year. So that doesn't seem very likely to happen, which is a dang shame, because 1944 planes and tanks and everything else are really fun. Anyway, let's go ahead and start clearing this nonsense out. At least I do have slightly early access to infantry equipment Mark III. Gonna take us a while to build out enough guns. We need approximately how many now guns do we need? About 144,000, yeah. Gonna take a while, but if we can get more of that, we'll be good to go. I am going to try to annex some little vassals and stuff, by the way, just to clean up some of the borders. I don't like that the German Empire exists over here. Like, to me, that's just silly. It doesn't make much sense. So after capturing a whole bunch more of those divisions, what are the casualties looking like now? I've lost 170,000 and I've killed 1.26 million. So I'm losing my ratio at least a bit, which feels bad, man. But at the same time, who cares? Who cares? We're going for checkmate. Time for another quick little encirclement around over here, and bada boom! That's another group that has fallen for my trap. You're all so silly! Japan declares war on the Soviet Union. Oh, the vultures are circling already, huh? I don't think you got anything to worry about, though. I hate the idea that I'm gonna have to share some gosh dang war score with these people. It's stupid. They didn't invite, like, the US into this or anything, did they? Good lord, if the US freaking joined Comintern in order to fight against Japan, that'd be ridiculous. Do I want to join your East Austrian correspondent? No! Do you know why? Because I don't belong in East Asia, alright? I'm not interested. Thank you. Go away. We're having some serious supply issues up over here, though. Ah, we don't connect some important railroads and stuff. That would be why. Got it. Okay. Alright. Yeah, change of plans on this. Always be paying attention for things like the railroads and stuff. It's easy to overlook these important supply hubs and stuff and making sure everything stays connected, but it's oh so critical to your success. Alright, it's looking like my estimation that we can end the war within the year is going to be a little bit tight. We're close to places like Moscow. We should have some really good collaboration now. 60% already set up there, 69% of the way towards capitulation. That's pretty nice. About 2 million losses compared to my 300,000. I'm sitting on a load of manpower all of a sudden. I'm not too sure where that came from. And we can go fairly ahead of time in some planes and stuff if we really wanted to. Wow, that's going to be pretty powerful. The Soviets are attempting to blow the Suez. Oh, they actually took all this down here. I didn't even notice they were... Right, you were fighting in Africa. Yeah, I didn't bother with any of that. That explains a little bit. Yeah, go ahead and blow up that Suez Canal. You're just going to draw international condemnation. And it looks like we are about ready to do some annexation of you. Goodbye. Thank you, having lots of political power. That is always nice. Okay, so that cleans up the borders at least a little bit. You know, I wouldn't mind just having a war against certain VC France. Let's just go ahead and start justifying on them. Just to clean up more of this area down here, you know? There go the Finns. Okay, so that's a small amount of stuff done with. All right, Suez Canal has been blown up. Again, international condemnation. I am confident of it. Nothing to worry about. Should need just like one more victory point just about anywhere in order to win this. We might actually get this by the end of the year after all. In fact, we might get it right about this exact second since the game seems to be paused. Boom! Baby! Alrighty, say goodbye to the filthy communists. Now I can finally make the world in my own image. I think that's literally everything that I'm able to take, and I'm going to create a nice big puppet up over here. Can go ahead and steal a bunch of ships. I don't see any reason not to. That the game officially at this point is over. That's all my score, and boom. What do we get out of the arrangement? We get a lot, I'm pretty sure here. We took 159 states. I gave none to Japan. I annexed and puppeted pretty much everyone else available. So that's a thing. Finally, the borders look so much better in India. That's the main reason I did this, let's be honest. So let's take a look at my so-called faction exactly. How strong? Oh yeah, everything here green is mine. Apparently I'm at war with Ethiopia. I don't really know how this happened, but apparently I am. Anyway, do I want to just clean up Vichy France for good measure? Amazingly, however, I have run completely out of things like support equipment, and it's because we have so much territory I need to maintain all of a sudden, my military police literally can't keep up. That's fine, I got stupid amounts of factories. We can go ahead and fix this problem with the power of raw industry. And actually, you know what? While I could go and fight against these guys, I think you can kind of imagine how this is going to go. So Austria-Hungary, this was a pretty fun run, I will say. We ended up getting way more powerful than I expected, and this is one of the fastest runs I think I've done that's effectively become a world conquest. The only nation in the entire world that could threaten me is the United States. Japan, not really a threat. We own pretty much everything else I could care about. I even could take out the United States simply by virtue of the fact that I've got immediate borders to do so. So, like, we're on top, easily, 100%. We knocked out the Allies, we knocked out the Axis, we knocked out the Comintern. As far as I'm concerned, that is total victory for me. The only thing that's really rough about this achievement is just that there's some RNG. That's it. But honestly, with the timing that we did as far as knocking out the Allies and the Axis, this was quick. It was not that hard. I did not even have to play all that optimally, and this qualifies as a very hard achievement according to the wiki. Wasn't that bad. So either I'm pretty good, or it's easier than you think and we just ramp it up in difficulty in our minds because it's so RNG dependent. We just think the worst about it, therefore it is the worst. I don't know. Maybe it's a lesson in pessimism. That could very well be the case. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this run of Hearts of Iron 4 as much as I did. Be sure to hit that like button if you did, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.